Alright, so y'all know I absolutely do not like vlogging on my phone, but y'all, I am so unmotivated. I'm just like forcing myself to get out and walk today, but it's terrible. Like, I don't even know what's going on, but I have not an ounce of motivation in my bone, in my body today at all. It's been a while. I don't know.
I don't even know. Hey y'all, so this is Regina. That's terrible. Hey y'all, this is Regina back with Reggie's VSG Closet. I would normally say, like, by the title, y'all should know what this is, but I have no idea what this title is gonna be. But this just, I just want to sit and chat, I guess. This is probably mainly for a lot of my bariatric weight loss patient people. If you've been through what I've been through as far as weight loss surgery goes, then you just kind of know. You may not know, but you kind of know the ins and outs and just the process. I used to use the hashtag trust the process a lot, but I really have, I haven't lost faith in the process. I've kind of just let my emotions take over and really started like eating emotionally. Doing a lot of emotional eating? I wouldn't even say that. I would say I've been doing honestly a lot of grazing. What grazing is when it comes to a weight loss surgery patient is kind of like what cows do. They graze, they kind of eat, and then they chew and chew and chew, and then they let it digest, however that process goes. Kind of the same concept. My stomach is 75% smaller than what it was a little over a year ago. And so I can't eat as much in one sitting. So what I've been doing is I would just eat until I was full, per my stomach telling me that I'm full. But instead of waiting the normal 4 or 5 hours in between each meal, I'm back at it probably I wouldn't even say an hour, probably 2 hours later. I'm like nibbling on this and nibbling on that, and all of that just really adds up. So I want to say my lowest weight, and I don't have dates here, y'all, because I just decided to sit and film. I just kind of wanted to get this off my chest. All of this is off the top of my head. There's no notes. I never film with notes. I get too nervous when it comes to filming with notes. So, probably, maybe this time last year or closer to like my year mark, my lowest weight was 206 pounds, which I was like, 7 pounds away from Wonderland. I have no idea what was going on around that time, because I wouldn't say Corona or anything was going on at that time. I don't know what was going on at that time. I was very, very close to Wonderland. And then I started to gain. I just really couldn't tell you. Again, I don't have dates, and I can barely remember yesterday sometimes. But I started to gain. So recently, and if you watched my braces update, I've posted that. If you haven't watched it, go check it out. I've had some oral surgery done, so that's kind of forced me to take it on back to when I first started with VSG, and I'm pretty much eating nothing. I got down today by turning my head to the side and forcing myself not to touch the area where the incision is. I got down half of an egg bite from Starbucks. So that tells you. And yesterday I ate absolutely nothing the day before. So yeah, we're heading back on a journey here. But where was I? See, this is what happens when you don't have notes. So what I was getting to is right before this oral surgery, I weighed myself And I'm trying to remember. The scale was 245? Very close to 245. 244? Anyway, that's like, what, a 40-pound weight gain? Ugh! It sounds so terrible. And I feel like when I started to gain, I started to try to nip it in the bud, I don't know. I tried to cut and, you know, do what I needed to do. But I think at the time, I don't know. I think I either wasn't eating right and I was grazing, or I was eating right and I wasn't working out. And I absolutely know if I don't have those two pieces of the puzzle working together, weight loss is not going to happen for me. It's absolutely not going to happen at all. Unless I'm, in a sense, kind of starving myself, which has been what this whole oral surgery journey has been, because I've been so afraid to eat because it hurts so bad when anything passes over this area in my mouth. So fast forwarding to now, I've chucked off about 10 pounds in a week because I haven't been eating because it hurts so bad, and I'd rather not eat than have my mouth hurt. So that's where we're at with like the jump start to getting back on track. Like I always joke, like I've actually found the horse that I fell off of like months ago, and I'm kind of back on. I got one leg on it, but I don't know. Like I feel like I just don't even, I'm so terrible at weight loss videos, because it's hard to give advice. I feel like I'm really good if somebody like will message me privately and ask me about things that I did in the beginning and this and that. And I've, you know, kind of told them all of that good stuff, but it's a process. It seriously is a mental process, this weight loss surgery journey. Like in the beginning, it was, you know, when you're losing weight and people are noticing it, it's a mental thing when people are like, hey, skinny mini. And I've talked about that before, how I used to hate that. And then you get to a point, I feel like I got to a point to where I was actually afraid to not be plus size anymore, if that makes sense. Like I was almost fitting a size 10, which is like the end of plus size as far as Torrid goes. And y'all know how much I love shopping at Torrid. And I was pretty much in a 10. And I was like, I don't know if I just panicked and I was afraid to not be able to fit those clothes anymore. It, you know, and things do tie in with clothing for me because I love to shop. I love to style. I love to do all of that. But just, I don't know. I really, and like at some point, like I feel like I do need to go like talk to a therapist to kind of talk through what went on. I'm really excited about this like forced jump start to losing weight, because I feel like maybe this is like the running start I needed to get back on track. But it's still like, you know, if this is something you're thinking about, just, you know, this shouldn't deter you. Because when I was thinking about having surgery, I was like, oh, I'm never going back. You could see some of my old Instagram posts where I was like, out of the 230s, never going back. Out of the 220s, never going back. Yeah, never going back. Right. So it just does happen. I feel like I've done a really good job about not beating myself up about it, about the weight gain. Just in a sense of like, it could be really, really worse. I could be back, like this happens to people, is I could be back where I started plus some, and I'm not there. So I've got that at least in control to where I haven't like backtracked that far, but always keeping it in the front of my mind that I have backtracked and that I need to do whatever I need to do, go see a therapist, go see a dietitian, go see the non-surgical weight loss management doc at my bariatric department. I need to do something to make sure I get somebody to twirl me around and put me back on the right path. So just keeping that kind of at the forefront of my mind. Currently, actually, I had a goal because my 2-year mark is coming up. I had a goal to actually lose 20 pounds before my 2-year mark. So I'm halfway there. So this kind of jumpstart has been helpful. In a sense also is that I've been like planning on filming whatever this video is. I've been planning on filming it for a few months now, and I've just felt so defeated and didn't have the mindset or will or just want to actually get this filmed. Again, you know, this is not really an informational video. It's more of just a confessional. This video is basically just, I can't put it into words. I really can't put it into words. It's just something I needed to do. I feel like the other day I actually went back and looked at like an old travel vlog because I was feeling real like sad about not being able to vacation, and I was like, oh my gosh, my face was so much thinner. Then I was pulling pictures for a different video or vlog that I did recently, and I was like, oh my gosh, I was so much smaller. Like I could actually see the difference. So I just kind of want to get back there. I want to definitely get back on track, but also just to let people that are thinking about doing the surgery, you know, don't let this deter you. It does happen, you know. Like weight loss surgery isn't perfect. Just like there are people out there that are losing weight naturally and being these like great success stories, and they're losing the weight and they're keeping it off. There are some people that lose the weight naturally, gain it back, lose it naturally again, gain it back. So like weight loss surgery is not the end all be all. You know, you've got to whip the mental game in shape as well, and just stay focused. Like, stay focused, because I feel like after my year, I was like, ooh, I'm going to try this food, and I'm going to try that food, and I'm going to try a little bit of this, and a little bit of, you know, and it's just, I wasn't afraid to eat certain things, and I lost that fear that I had for the first year. For the first year, I was afraid to try anything. Like, I wanted to stick to chicken. I wanted to stick to baked chicken. I wanted to stick to like broccoli. I wanted to stick to the basics when it came to food. And I just didn't want to venture out. And then I started venturing out, and I don't know. I wouldn't say I lost control, but I really became a heavy grazer, I guess, is kind of where my mind goes when I'm trying to think of like what I did to gain weight back. Is just a ton of grazing, a ton of not listening to my stomach when I was full, and overeating. That was another thing that I was doing a lot of. But yeah, like, again, this I've probably said this a million times. It's not an informational video, if that's what you're here for. I'm not here to give tips. I'm just here to kind of just confess. This is a confession to myself. If it helps anybody that's planning to, or it helps somebody that's going through this same thing, you're, you know, almost 2 years out and you see that you've gained something, like, check yourself. Just straight up be honest. Check yourself. Start a food journal for one day and be like, let me just check and see, like, what am I actually eating? Because I'm probably lying to myself that I'm not eating very much, and I'm back to eating my old way that I used to eat when I had a full-size stomach. And that's definitely overeating if you're eating the way you used to eat when you had a full-size stomach. But yeah, what else is there to say? Like, I'm hoping that, again, just staying positive and hopeful that this dental work has like fully jump started me into just a straight path to success and kind of shaving down. Like in the beginning, I had this, I wouldn't say it was wild. It was a goal for my height. I'm 5'2", so technically you're supposed to weigh, somebody my height is supposed to be, what, 110 to 115, which is kind of, no thank you. So I initially had a goal of 130, 135, 140. So at this point in life, I just want to get out of the 200s. I was so close to getting out of the 200s. I just want to be in Wonderland. I'll be happy at 180. I really like thinking back when I was 206. I was very comfortable. I was kind of like almost out of my size 14 jeans, heading into like 12s and some 10s. So at this point, I will be happy at 180, and I'll take that as a blessing, and anything below that is just like, hey, I did it, I made it. No, but yeah, that's just where I'm at. Hopefully this doesn't turn out to be a long video. I'm trying to cut these videos down to like 10 minutes or less. You know, I don't know, but yeah, that's just where I'm at here with weight loss surgery, almost 2 years. I hope to, and I always have this hope, to do more informational videos, but I guess at this point where I feel like not a failure, but I feel like I backtracked, I don't feel like I should be the person talking about tips for, you know, living life as a VSG patient or as a weight loss surgery patient. I don't feel like I'm equipped to be that person to kind of give advice on weight loss, because like I've fallen off, so who am I to tell you, like, you know, what to do and what not to do. That's just my thought process. So hopefully if I can get back on track and start feeling more successful about this and my process, then maybe I'll be more open to doing like videos about the process, or more videos about the process, and like what I'm doing to stay on track is kind of what I hope to be doing videos about soon. But yeah, that's where we're at. For the last time, this is not supposed to be an informational video, so if you were coming here looking for that, sorry. I'm pretty sure my thumbnail and my title will not be like clickbait or anything, because that's just, I don't do that. But yeah, that's where we're at. I'm excited about the 10 pounds down, even though I'm just, yeah, we're feeling it right now with these teeth. But I don't know. This is just a rose that grew out of concrete. I don't know. I don't really even know. But thank you if you are here to the end. You made it to the end of this video. I appreciate you just sitting and listening to me ramble about this process and my feelings. As always, I love you guys very much. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And what's up next? I've got to plan some shoots for this fall lookbook right behind me. Y'all see all the fall goodness? Some of this is Poshmark. Y'all check out my Poshmark. There's tons of stuff up there. But there's some fall goodness back here. Hopefully that video does well, because I really am putting like plans into that video, because sometimes I just get in front of the camera and film just like this. But yeah, again, please like, comment, and subscribe. I love you guys very much, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Bye! Y'all see these teeth?